Klaus Freudenstein. Today, together with Felipe Andreoli.
Yes.
From the band
Angra.
Angra.
Exactly.
And today, we are not at home in Bavaria, we are in Brazil, in Fortaleza, Brazil.
Yeah, Northeast Brazil.
And as I'm long-time director on the board, organizer of the Bavarian Bass Days, I'm always researching in playing style, getting to know new players. So today we talk a little bit about how did you get into the bass world when you were young?
Well, it was kind of by accident. I started out playing acoustic guitar, as we do in Brazil, the nylon acoustic guitar. And soon enough, a band in my school, they needed a bass player for a show they were doing at the school. They had no bass player, of course, because we are so few, you know. And they suggested, you know what, just buy a bass and come play with us. And so I did. I bought a very cheap bass, a lame one. And in about 2 weeks, I learned the songs, and I ended up singing as well. So playing bass and singing at that time. And it was so natural to me that I just kept doing it. You know, I fell in love with the instrument, and I started researching it more and more, and playing more bands, and the rest is history.
It's very interesting what you say about singing and playing, because this is something not really common on the bass.
Yes.
Not on the double bass and not on the electric bass. But also I found out in my teaching that singing along with the bass is a wonderful thing. Also for ear training, for training your rhythm. And then how did it go on? Did you have a education in music on the university, or you did everything by yourself, or how is this, especially in Brazil?
I did most by myself. I had a teacher at one point when I was like 4 years into playing the bass. I felt the need to, you know more about theory and harmony and improvisation. So I had a few months of class with this guy. His name is Shimba Oshiyama, a great teacher in Brazil. And later on, I tried the university, but I was already so involved in touring and whatnot that I could not keep going.
You tried the university in a classical way, or you tried in the jazz way? Or
the jazz way. Jazz way. It's jazz / Brazilian music in Brazil.
That's my next question.
Yeah.
How did the country Brazil, the Brazilian music, influence your style?
I think we all grow up just listening to so many great artists and so much good music that it's kind of in you. You grow up having this different pulse that I feel it's different when I play than, for example, a German guy, or an American guy. We have different pulses. And of course, I did some research on the Brazilian music. I didn't get too deep into it, as I said, I started very early on touring with heavy metal bands, and that, became my main focus. I became specialized in it. But my band is not a normal band in the sense that we like to mix a lot of Brazilian music and Latin music and other ethnic stuff into our style. So that gives me the chance to exercise some of my Brazilian roots as well. So I play a little bit of forró, a little bit of samba, a little bit of Latin music,
I was just curious about what you said before, these poles. Like these poles that have more or less European and North American players, and these poles that have South American players. Can you describe it in a way?
I think I cannot. It's really just the way you connect to the music instantly without having to think about it. It's something that's in you. The Brazilian music is very varied. There's a ton of different genres and different playing styles. But I think there's a common, what people outside of Brazil call the Brazilian groove, And I'm not, of course, a superb Brazilian music player, but I think even in this case, there's something different in the flavor of the player. Maybe it's in the playing, maybe play a little bit more ahead of the beat, as, for example, in the US, they used to play behind the beat sometimes, But it's just a general feeling that when you see a Brazilian player playing Brazilian music, it's one thing. When you see an American playing Brazilian music, it's different. The same way, if you see an American guy playing jazz, it's one thing, and if you see a Brazilian guy playing jazz, it's a different thing. Exactly.
and on the other continent.
Exactly.
And this leads me to the next question. I saw some videos of you about your techniques on the electric bass. As I remember, you're playing mostly a six-string bass.
Yes.
And you do a lot of tapping styles. Is there something that you can talk about?
Well, I was very influenced early on by guys like Mike Maring and Victor Wooten, and mainly those two guys for the tapping stuff, and Billy Sheehan, of course, big hero of mine. And it's something that is just engraved in the style of my band, even before I joined. So I had the chance to develop it more by joining the band, and bringing these different influences and trying to make it a little bit more interesting and try to create some harmonies and different voicings for the harmony, you know. And also the tapping is a great tool to experiment with rhythm. So there's a lot of, you know, for beats or bayon beats that you can do with the tapping. I think it's very interesting and gives the music a different flavor.
Okay. And your equipment, how is this set up?
Well, I play Ibanez basses, 6 strings as you mentioned, BDBs. I play Aguilar amps. I play Tirario strings. I play a bunch of pedals from Boss, from Dark Bless
What
Electronics.
pedals do you use for your sound?
Mainly I use compressor, a preamp that is my custom preamp, a signature preamp from a Brazilian brand called GNI, and a drive from Dark Bless Electronics. This is my main sound, and I add some chorus, some delay sometimes. I'm not really a big effect guy, but sometimes I like to experiment.
And if you would not play power metal, is there another style that you would regard to play? Like,
Definitely.
this would be also something for me.
Because what happened is, I was on my way to getting more in-depth into harmony and improvisation and whatnot. When I got called to join Paul Di'Anno's band. Paul Di'Anno is the first singer of Iron Maiden, right? So I got in the band with him, and that, you know, steered up my plans a little bit. And right after that, I joined Angler. But when that happened, I was studying a lot of fusion, a lot of jazz, and getting more in touch with the Brazilian music as well. So probably I would be more like a Brazilian fusion player, or something like that.
What is your city you're coming from?
I was born in Sao Paulo.
Is it like the influences is here Fortaleza? It's quite a mile away from Sao Paulo. Is there also a difference?
Oh, definitely. Yes, I think the players in the north and northeast of Brazil are more in touch with the Brazilian roots when it comes to music. You know, even for gigging every night. In Sao Paulo, you would gig doing some pop stuff, maybe some old rock and roll stuff, classic stuff. Whereas here, you would play the music from Brazil, the music from Bahia, for example, the music from Ceará, the music from all these different places. And usually the bass players that were born here and play here, they're very acquainted with these styles. Whereas in São Paulo, we are a little more, let's say, international.
And the bass scene in general in Brazil, how would you describe it? Is it big, is it small, is it spreading out, or?
I think it is a big scene. There's quite a lot of amazing bass players. That, of course, you may know some of them. And we are a very tight group. We know each other and we exchange ideas. And right now there's a big movement of channels on YouTube of one guy interviewing the other and exchanging information, you know. And I see people in the bass world getting more in touch with studying more, being more, you know, proficient in different techniques and knowing more about theory and harmony. I think it's expanding, to be honest. You know,
Sounds very positive.
Yeah.
And coming to an end, what would you recommend young players?
Well, I think the main thing is to train your ears first and foremost. I think my best weapon for having a lot of different gigs is having good ears so you can learn music fast and memorize music fast. And also keeping an open mind for different styles, because even if you don't play these styles in an everyday situation, there's always some flavor, some different thing that you can get from these different styles and make your playing unique. So listen to many different genres, many different bass players, but also different musicians like drummers, guitar players, horn players, whatever. You can always, get something that can become part of your playing style.
Wonderful. This was really a great informative interview.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.